codes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Very nice.
Yeah, what's up, guys? Are you guys good?
How we good, man?
Yeah,
good, man.
you guys are here.
Yeah.
You guys are
Finally, man.
No, thank you so much for coming out and honoring the invitation as well. I know we've
Yeah.
been waiting for like a few months just to make this happen and all that. So obviously today we are here to talk about you guys, your story, where you guys started. I mean, there's four of you here on stage. So obviously I believe there are a lot of stories that people are going to want to hear from you guys. So let's actually go to the beginning, before Forex right now. What was life like for each of you?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll let my twin start.
Okay, I can start first. For us, we're actually coming from like an unprivileged background, you understand? So back then, the aim goal for us was to make sure at least we get to a point where we're living off on a better life, you know, sharp. So from there, we started 2017. 2017, we were back in Kasi, we call it the hood, and we came to the Val. Only coming to the Val, we started knowing a bit about Forex, and we saw people making a living with the Forex trading stuff. So from then, that's when we started to also venture into the FX market. Yeah, so we started, and for the whole year, man, things were very bad. Like, we're losing.
But we'll get to
Can I also enlighten? The reason we came 2017 to Eval was because of school.
Okay.
Because we finished matric 2016, and then 2017 was our first year in NW. So basically, our first aim of us now going to become successful was school. That was the only thing we knew. In order for you to make it in life, school, or it's either you have a political father or
a rap.
So at first was all school, and then when you got there, man, we couldn't focus on school because people are thinking about what to study. Me, I'm thinking, what am I gonna eat tomorrow? So that's what happened.
And you, Jaguar?
Yo, same thing basically. I came to the VOW because I was accepted to do law at Northwest University. And I did my first year. Okay, 2016 was my gap year because I finished matric 2015. 2016, I was working in a construction company, earning like 2,400 a month. As a general worker, that was an amount that you got to get. And then from there, I stayed working in the construction company. If you know the new built place called Savannah City, it's in the VOW. The new nice, it's very nice. I'm one of the people who was building it. And then during that gap year, I was also applying to Northwest University to study law. And then I was accepted the following year, which was 2017. That's where I did my first year at Northwest University. Everything was very well. Grades were very good. But the problem is, hey, you see, when you go to varsity, it's a place of biodiversity. That's where it gets to come to your face that, dog, you come from a very disadvantaged like female. You really have to work hard. Okay, fine, with your studies and whatever. But at the end of the day, you cannot study when you're hungry. You need something. Fine, NSFAS is there, but at the end of the day, it's not enough. You need something else. So then that's where I started with Forex as well. Because I saw, there were guys who were very big at the time who really inspired me. And then I wish that one day I become like them. But most of them, they were not even at varsity. They were just at home. But I was like, but still, education is the most important thing. It's a key to success. Since we have free education, why am I not utilizing that thing? And then we have free Wi-Fi at school. So I might as well look for other things that I can do, which was Forex then. That's where I started with my demo account 2018. Like literally knowing that, okay, fine, my demo account. 2018 late, that's where I became a bit profitable from the market.
Cool.
Yes.
And
that's
you,
how.
Andy? Okay, no problem. And you, Andy?
Nah, man. So when it comes to me, I wouldn't. I don't relate much to the kids.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't relate much to them because it's. I'm not from an unprivileged family. At the same time, I'm not from a rich family. I'm from a family whereby they bridge the gap to say, you as a man, you need to fight to get your own things. So that's when then I started having people in, I think when I was in grade 12, people always complimented how my body looks, I have a nice body and all of that. And then they said I should consider modeling. That's when I started doing modeling. So my life before Forex, it was modeling. As I've mentioned earlier on that I was the South Africa's top model. I traveled the world, I did all these things. And so that was me before Forex. And then when it comes to Forex, I only knew about Forex in 2018, November.
Yeah.
In 2018 November, because I used to have a friend who used to transport me to every pageant or either modeling gig that I have. So every time we're in the car, he'll be looking at charts and I'd be like, "Dog, what's that? Are you playing a game or what's going on?" You know. So that's how I got introduced to forex trading.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's great. So how did you guys all meet right now? Because I believe you were all on different journeys and whatnot. You were on the other side of the world. Yeah, we can start here.
Okay, for me, I don't want to put in other names. When we started Forex, there were other people as well.
Yeah.
But through the process, losing and everything, they left, and it was only just me and TP.
Okay.
So the reason we continued is because it was the only thing we have besides school. So we continued, we did Forex, and we got to a point where there was, I think, a pageant or something, an event at the school. So we're there at the school, we're trading, doing some live trading there. It was me and TP. So that's when Jax came. So we didn't know him. We didn't even know this guy. Maybe there was some kind of, So when he came through, he didn't trust that we were real traders. So the first thing he did, he had to check first what account we have. I hear you're talking about trading. Let's see. Support your statement. And that's what we did. And we met him from there.
And then obviously there are these guys that I know. Obviously, we're all at school, and then like I was staying on campus, and people from on campus, they already knew that, this guy is trading. And then the twins were staying off campus, and then they're the kings of off campus. And then now we meet up. I'm like, these guys, do they trade real accounts? Because I'm only seeing big money, man. Like, big money on Instagram. So now I want to see, like, do you guys really trade real accounts?
Yeah.
And then, they showed me accounts, like 10,000 USD was flowing there, and I'm checking on the tech. It's real. And I was even scared to show them my account. I was trading at like $200. I'm like, But anyway, I was like, okay, fine. Now these guys are really legit. And then now I want to be like them. Because obviously there are two, that means they can like share more information with me. I'm also good, but let me take my pride aside and cooperate with the guys and then see what we can do. And then what happened is they invited me on one of the seminars that they were hosting off campus. I went there, attended, we started the free class. It was good. I was part of that. And then after that, it was like, sure. So now after this, what's now? What's up now?
Yeah, what's next?
And what's next? Yes. And then they were like, Doc, we have a company called FX Gold. We are just the two of us. We're also calling it the two FX twins, but we're like, no, because because we want growth on it. If we call it the two FX twins, it would not put someone else. But FX Gold, like Forex greatest of all times, that can accommodate anyone who can come. And then I'm like, I'm in. Let's do whatever we're doing. We did the second seminar on campus, of which I did the whole like. Organization and whatever, promotion and whatever. We had like more than 200 people who attended. Sure. And then off campus, the one that we did, there was like 7 to 10 people.
First one.
The first one. The second one was now I was there because I have influence on campus. People know me. I talk a lot. So now, so then I did that one. And then when we did that one, people came. That's where he also came.
Okay.
And then when,
You should take it from there.
No, let him not be the one who tell that story.
We're hosting a class, man. And when you're hosting a class, people are coming in. Students are coming. First of all, everyone is wearing casual. He comes wearing a suit. He stands out, we see him. And then now people are sitting down. He wants to stand up with the mentors. So like, hey, man, who are you? Who are you, bro? And then, I feel like you should take it from here.
Yeah, so with my friends here, it was a matter of fact that I met Tumelo and Tapelo. Remember, as I said, I was in South Africa's top model. So at the varsity, the Northwest University we used to attend, they used to make me a coach of models.
Okay.
So there was this gender-based violence thingy they were doing. That's when I had to coach Tumelo and Tapelo. Yeah. Then when I coached them, I didn't know that they were traders or whatever. I was just like, nah, small boys, me, I'm big.
I was
because I don't want to lie. You know, when you get to a certain state where you have traveled the world and now you're a model, you're well known in South Africa. I was like, nobody can tell me anything, you know. But somehow you just gotta be humble because things happen. But that's how I met them. I started coaching them. I shouted at them because they thought they were better and whatever. So I think the time I met them, it was when I saw a post of a session that's gonna be hosted. And then when I'm like, how? So these trade. What is that? It's been that thing that my friend has been doing in the car. Oh, let me consider doing it. Okay, so I started communicating with Jaguar. Me and Jaguar have been communicating for a while, but not in communications of worries because Jaguar, hey, this one,
I was also into modeling.
yeah, Jags was also into modeling, so that we used to talk, but not that much. So that's how that built up. So when it built up. I went to the session after Jags told me about it. Okay, so when I get there, everybody's on some casual outfits. I rocked up there with smart formal, you know. I pull up there, shake the hands and whatever. I demanded attention more than anyone. They didn't give me. I like, cool. And then the second seminar came. On the second seminar, when everyone was coming to like sitting down on chairs and whatever, I stood up. And I was with them there by the minute. And Tabula is like, dog, why are you not sitting down? You know, I was like, nah, hey, you'll see why I'm not sitting down. And I helped them with like slides and whatever. And then now I started telling them, with friends, I need to trade. We need to start. I want to start trading as well because I also was also in a demo account and all of that, but it didn't work out quite well, you know. Because I remember I also bought these guys signals. I also bought similar signals at first. So yeah, that's when all started. It built up, and then it came to a point whereby I'm like, you know what? I think I'm done. I've been following them and they don't want me in their company. Let me start my own thing. That's when I started my own thing. And when I was about to initiate it and like bring it into the world, the date was May 30th, 2019. That's when I received a message from him saying, please check the group we just joined now. Yo, I remember I panicked because I was shaking. I didn't know what's going on. So when I enter my phone on WhatsApp, I see FX codes. And then the message is like, yeah, welcome to the team, welcome to... Yo, I jumped. I jumped. And then, that's how everything started kicking in then,
Okay, now that's cool. So to the twins right now, I watched one of your videos. I think it's a very old video of you guys. You guys spoke about losing money and like you lost money and all that. Was this before you guys met or when you guys had met?
Before we met them.
Before you met, okay.
Basically, 2017, that's when we got to school. That's when we realized we need to make money. So that's when we found out about Forex. So now we started learning about it. Now the following year, that's when we said, to next day when we're going back to school, we need to make sure we actually make money so that we can completely focus on school. So now, the second year, when we try to focus more, we try to fund 2A. That's the problem.
Okay.
The skill was there, but now no proper risk management to apply our trades. So we're losing a lot of money. Then as far as money that came in, blow. And as money came in, blow. So every month, we even eating like 57 rand in a week.
There was even a...
Monday, Wednesday and Sunday. You can continue.
There was even a point where we only had like one loaf of bread, and then we were planning on how to eat it. So things were bad, but we had NSFAS. So even the money from NSFAS, when it came through, we still deposited. Blue. So we blew the money, and then all our friends were like, guys, what you guys doing with this thing? Leave it. Like, your life is now completely miserable. Like,
tell them of the story where you also borrowed money from the friend.
We borrowed, so there was a time where now we felt like we've learned enough.
No, can I like something before you get there? So I get we're losing the whole year. So while losing the whole year, the end of the year, we're like, now guys, the confidence is there. We borrowed too many accounts.
So the thing is, when you get to a point where you're learning how to trade, when you win a lot, like it goes straight to your head. You feel like, now I'm a god. You know. So there was a point where we won 10 trades like consecutively. Every trade we were kidding. Now we knew it. I thought we're the kings. 3K, let's put this thing. I'm telling you, we're getting out rich. Sharp. They trusted us. We put in the money. Everything was great. We even got the right direction.
How much was it?
I think it was close to 15.
15 from a whole group of people.
They saw we've been trying and we've been losing. And even the demo, we killed it in front of them. Sharp. Now they believe us. They give us the money. We even had the right pair with trading GBUSD. 3 GBUSD. And then I gave the signal, GBUSD, I'm seeing it now, doc, it's a buy. Take this thing. So TP treated something differently. It was GBP NZD.
So the thing is, I was too excited. I'm like, it's time. So
we were trading the news actually.
That's us.
Like, you see, 2019, 2017 fundamentals.
They were very huge.
Crazy.
So like I was saying about you thinking that you're a god. We never properly understood what is proper risk management. Like even that time, let's say, for example, we took a loss, it would have been just a minor loss. Overall, we're
Yes,
winning. Like
yes.
10 trades, win 1 loss, you're winning.
Yeah.
But what we did, whatever we're winning, all in. Whatever,
every
all
time.
in. All in. So they came through as well, they gave us the money. Abafe2, let's get it. GPUSD, buy.
You
So
know
we
what
took
happened?
GPNZD.
GPUSD bought.
Sick time.
The guys are happy. You are bit skill. GPNZD sold a little bit.
Okay.
Blew me.
Yo.
Then bought.
Dog. Yo, that time our skin was burning. Yo.
Because he was
Yo.
like, yeah. When he says, I'm like, dog. Yo.
All money gone.
Yo.
God.
AMG.
Yeah.
And now the other niggas too are excited in the rooms. Like, ah.
So when they get in, yo,
Exactly. Other people.
The thing is now, Tumelo is happy, Tapelo is sad. Now it's confused feelings. People don't understand what's going
What's
on.
happening?
Yeah.
Why?
And then what happened? We had to explain what happened. So now we lost completely all the trust.
yeah, even our friends
So
left
now
us. It was-
everyone left.
like we hit rock
Just
bottom that
yeah.
time.
between
You are
we
broke.
told them,
You are also
yeah.
in debt.
Yo.
Yeah. And then we left school basically. We had school but we stopped attending.
Yeah.
So yeah, everything was
They were
just now
traumatized.
losing everything.
Yo.
Yeah.
So it was the end of the year. We
Okay.
went home. We told the niggas we told the people
Yeah.
we're going to make their money back and pay them.
Okay.
And then we're sorry for giving them false hopes.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So yeah, the following year, which was now 2019.
Okay.
Yeah. That's when we came with the
that's when-
speech.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yo, man, we've
Jaguar.
been in this team, we've been losing for so long.
Yeah.
I believe this year we're gonna take it, sure.
Yeah. And then what we learned on that day was, it doesn't matter if you're a good or a bad trader.
Okay.
What matters is how you apply your trades, the proper risk management. Because even if, let's say you're a great trader, and then you win 5 times, but you lose once it's over, then that means you're not a great trader.
Yeah.
You need to learn how to handle losses. Too.
Yeah.
That was the most important lesson we learned.
Sure. Yeah, that's tense, guys. That's really tense.
Too much.
So obviously, time goes by. After this experience, you meet Jaguar, you meet Andy,
Yeah.
and obviously you guys have FX Goat. So the beginning of FX Goat, like let's go back to that. Let's go to that and talk about that. Andy,
So, yeah,
oh,
okay, yeah.
okay.
Oh, so
Who wants to take it?
with the beginning of FX Code, ne? What I would say is it was a group of people who can trade.
Yeah.
Not a matter of fact like a company or something. It was a group. When they meet, we are FX Code, right? When I joined, I'm the one who brought energy to the group. To the group. That's when everybody started understanding. Okay, great energies. If they match, we can actually grow together and do almost everything together. That's when learning from each other started. Because from all of them, there's something I took from Tapel, there's something I took from Jaguar, there's something I took from Tumelo. The same way as I was the worst trader then, there's something he took from me. You understand? Yeah. So that's how actually we merged energies. The minute we did that, everything started moving like this. Yeah. So I don't know who can add on top of that.
Okay, Shaba can add on top of this. So if it's good how it started, we were a group, right?
Yeah.
But we were still struggling, all of us. None of us had any major purchases or vehicles or whatever.
True.
So we used to travel everywhere by foot or by Ubers, and people used to call us, these niggas are the Uber traders. These are the broke traders. This is, So that year, 2019, me and TP, since we've been trading a bit longer, we've accumulated a bit. So we saw it as an opportunity, since we're still in varsity, that because we're still here, bro, we have an opportunity to live way below our means. We have an opportunity whereby we can, get some money and get to move forward. So we downgraded our lifestyle that time. So we're eating both kambani, I don't know what you guys call it, bunny chow, we're eating those things for the whole year.
Yeah.
And the talk started spreading. They're busy saying, the twins are always locked up in the room, they're losing money, these are broke, they're lying. At least buy an Ubanyana, but for us, we knew we had a vision at the end of the day. So you can be wanting to make everyone happy. Even if I bought an Uber, they're going to be like, why didn't you buy a BMW? So we said, okay, let's go out for what we want to do. Let's buy what we want to buy. Let's achieve what we sought out to achieve. So from there, that's when these guys saw us as well. They were inspired that we also have goals. They got to have their own goals. Okay. And we to the whole of 2019, remember how we started? We were saying we're great traders, but we still had nothing for them to see that we're traders. They wanted to see us spending to prove. And for us, that was not our goal. Our goal is to achieve what we want. So we fought the whole year, and then at the last end, where people were leaving, that's when we bought our car. And that's where things say,
everything changed.
Yeah.
Because you know, man, in the world we're living at today, if you say you something and you're even showing it in results, people don't believe it up until you have some materialistic kind of thing to prove that you have.
Yeah.
You understand? We've been good traders all over the place. Every time when we meet people, they're like, nah, you guys are fake traders and whatever. And then we show them real accounts, real results, withdrawals and everything, but they still don't believe it, you know? So they were like, probably we trade demos and whatever. And then we just let it slide because the main point is to show you the results of what I do, not what I can do with the results I get. Do you understand? So with that being said, it's like, you know what? Okay, you know what? Now it's time. Now it's time. Yo, that's when then, I remember when they purchased their first car, they couldn't drive.
Yeah, I couldn't at all. I never thought I was going to get a car.
Because, our father never taught us to drive because he said it's best for us to learn our own way.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then he didn't want us to end up going to taxis because when we come from the hood, if you learn to drive easily, quickly, you're going to end up being in the taxi industry. So it's
Taxi
like now,
drive.
guys, I'm gonna let you guys drive when you're in university because now I know you won't be influenced by taxis around.
Yeah.
So now he didn't teach us, and then now second year university, after basically trying for too long to purchase a car, we're now ready to purchase a car, but we don't know how to drive.
Yeah.
Luckily, we had Andy who knew how to drive. Jabba also didn't know how to
I
drive.
didn't know.
None of us know.
We never thought we were going to own cars.
Yeah,
I think I also bought a car, but I still didn't know how to drive.
Okay, with all of them, they bought cars without knowing how to drive. So I was the one who had to fetch the car,
Take it
home and whatever.
Money is gonna come with an Uber to take my car, drive me
Yeah.
wherever I want.
So that's what happened. So after that, I was like, okay, so it's your car, but I'm the first one to drive it. You know, that feeling. And then, when we got to their residence,
Okay, and they didn't
Now,
believe
explain that
anything.
day.
Yeah, they didn't believe that anything was going to happen. People were leaving, and it was the last day. So that day, what happened? We had a small problem because we had money, but
But now,
for them to accept, they wanted
to see proof of
proof of payment. Is it legitimate? Did you guys not scam people? So they can't just take money because they could be getting involved with whatever we're
Fraudulent
doing.
money.
So we've been going to dealers. That whole day, that last day, I think we went to 3 or 4 dealers until we got to the 7th one. And when we got there, we got to the owner.
Was
So
late.
those guys, they say they buy the cars.
Okay.
Then from there, we can take it from there. Sharp. We bought the car and we went to the rest. When we got there, we didn't post no
didn't
picture. It was
post
even late.
Yeah.
No, but everybody came.
The whole
Pictures were
rest
just
got out.
one
trending,
person
the whole
came
school.
out, ne?
Yeah.
And then when one person came out, I drove the car inside their residence and I
Okay.
parked it. And then for some reason, it has that bit of downpipe sound a bit, but it, not that much. And then I kind of a bit, ne? One person was like, "Yo, the twins have bought a car." The whole entire race was out.
Yo, I didn't
And then
believe,
like
bro.
minutes. And then we posted. My father calls me. You bought a car.
Yo,
God, it just blew.
Like, imagine the story. Like, let's take it back a bit.
Yeah.
Resident students studying at a university,
Yeah.
staying at a normal residence with everyone else.
Eating scambani.
Eating
Eating
scambani every
wearing
day.
what they're wearing.
Now they come with a Mercedes Benz.
Yo.
and AMG.
Address and
Yo.
buckets address.
That
Like
time-
imagine you have a house parent, you have whoever, your security guard.
Yeah.
But now you are a student. How did you make so much money?
And that time they're
They're
they're doing their second year.
They're doing their
they're
second
doing their
year,
second year.
yeah.
And then people were going crazy.
That day, man, it was crazy.
Yo.
Even when we went back to the room, to just,
Bruh, we couldn't- that
take it all
day-
in.
Did you guys sleep that night?
They-
We
But
couldn't. We had to wait for people to go.
Because the other side was please come out. Yo.
Take us for a drive. Take us for a drive. And then now the person who suffers is me because my resident was like at walking distance, like 15 minutes.
yeah.
So every time in the morning, I'll need to go to them to do. Man, first weeks of cars. Yeah, we go to all these places, So yeah, that's what we actually did up until I started teaching him how to drive. He's a fast learner though, and then he taught Tabil, and then.
It's faster. Though.
Yeah.
Let's just,
But the fastest is Jags. Jags learned how
That
to
one is-
drive
it's
in
quick.
5 days.
Yeah, I was already
So yeah, that's how I feel like the first car, it was the one that legit
That's it, if it's good now, it's legit.
we are legit, yeah.
The results we're posting because
Yeah.
before we even bought a car, we started YouTube.
And we're sharing.
Yeah, 2018.
Yeah.
So we're just pushing in videos are just there, posting results every day, not stopping. But they didn't care because we're not buying anything. So that day when we started buying that car, that's when now our views from YouTube started to increase now because people believe.
Yeah.
So that's basically
Yeah.
where the change started.
Nah, guys, sure.
Yeah.
Wild times.
Yo.
Yeah, yo,
it's
that was
crazy.
good times.
Yo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, so right now it's a couple years later. You guys are like big. Like let's be honest. Let's be honest right now. You guys are actually
Don't
one of
even
the
see
biggest
it.
names in the industry right now.
Yeah.
If we're being honest right
Yeah.
now. But I believe you guys have FX Goats, which is the umbrella of the company, and you're all running your individual businesses.
Yeah.
So how do you guys maintain a standard of? Because obviously you'll find that everyone's running their own business, but like it's under an umbrella of the FX Goats. How do you guys maintain that standard?
So when it comes to us, we don't believe in separation. Though they can be side hustles,
Okay.
but when something can bring a huge bag, we join in as brothers because I feel like our relationship went beyond what we thought we were gonna become.
Yeah.
When we met was like we're strictly partners, business, and that's it. And then now we started seeing that it's like brotherhood when it now came to living in the same residence, living in the same complex, buying cars, and all of that. Like that built up to the relationship we had, to the relationship we have right now. So that's when then if he has a bag, he shares it with us. Okay, this is the idea I have, and then we break it down, and then then from there they also like separate, like the same as me. I'm a model and I'm an artist as well. As right now, even right now, I was an artist first, and then now I bridged the thing, and now they're in the music industry as well.
Yeah.
So you understand when I say I start something, but we end up having it together. Yeah.
So
that's the whole
basically,
plan.
to sum up what he's saying is that we see who's good in what,
Okay.
and then he handles that task.
Oh.
So because it's for individuals, we see whose strength is where. He handles this one is here, he handles this, and then this one's strength is there, he handles that. So that's how we basically ran our thing.
But to add on this thing, one thing I love about FS Goat, man, we don't like to oppress people.
Yeah.
If you come into us and tomorrow you're gonna be as big as Drake, we're gonna help you
Yeah,
achieve
the aim is
that.
to
You know,
inspire.
we wanna share the shine. By sharing someone's shine, yours is not getting dimmer.
That's true,
You're
that's
brightening even more. So that's why people find it weird when we share information, because you're helping someone today, they can come back and repay you if they want to. You
And most
understand?
people are surprised, like, how are you guys all winning? Because mostly when it's black people or a group of, they're supposed to fight and end up eating each other's money.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
for us, we told them, guys, we're brothers. This is the vision.
Yeah.
You must see, in order for us to get there, we must all see the same.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that we saw. You need to make sure we all have the same vision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you can look at it, like you would see, in most cases, people don't actually succeed in joint businesses.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, the reason can be misunderstanding and all of that. So with us, we came with the rule that let's understand each other first before we can initiate something. That's when we discovered, okay, so Tumelo is good at this, so Andile is good at this, Jaguar is good at this, and Tapelo is good at this. For us to avoid fighting, let me not give what's supposed to be on Tumelo on me, because I'm not gonna be able to handle the task. Rather, he handles that, I handle this, and he handles it the same way.
Yeah.
That's when then the relationship becomes more easier, because we know when it's time for this, who we do look at.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So it also becomes easy to moderate.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. So you guys have given out so much free content on YouTube. Like
Yeah.
it's unbelievable, honestly, guys. Like and I commend you guys for doing that. But like why though? Like what's the motive behind that?
You wanna
Okay,
take
can
it?
I explain? Yeah. This is the reason why. Because we come from unprivileged backgrounds, we saw it's important for people who were where we were to basically see now there's another way, instead of just trying to do illegal things or end up not having a future. There's another opportunity unknown to us because we don't have the means to check or to find it. So what happened for us to start, we saw that in order for us to receive blessings, we must start giving. So now, who are the people who want to give the most? The people who are like us, the people who need, the people who don't even have the means to pay for people's mentorship. So we saw that if we bridge the gap of teaching people how to trade, now we have a world of traders. We can now say, guys, once we taught you how to trade for free, it's now more suitable for you to choose which strategies from who you want to get. Because now we can give you trade for free. Now it's up to you to see now how you want to continue from there. So, yeah.
But to add on, the aim was, the reason we're sharing is because we just want people to win.
Yeah.
Because, like for example, if you, let's say you want to trade, we knew that we wished that those people who were big, who inspired us. Remember, I even commented in one of your page back then, 2018. Yeah, we were saying like these people are showing us only the lifestyle, but we want to know how do they get there, the business side. So we just want to show people that continuing to trying to achieve something, share with other people, we're trying to give them content. We want them to be able to enrich themselves. Even though now they have the skills, they're able to enrich themselves. They can come join us and go in together. That's the aim.
Yeah, no,
So
that's
like
cool.
maybe just to add on that is it's just a matter of fact that you know I've been living by the rule to say you need to give to earn for you to live and learn. So when we came about that, that's when they started understanding it as well. That's when like free content started coming in, because understand something, we are all from different backgrounds, right? And there are people who are privileged to get the premium side of teaching, but there are also those ones who can't. But when you look at it, if I am here and then you are there, sharing my light doesn't mean I'm losing my shine. So that's what we believe in. Like we believe in helping, you understand? Because imagine if the only thing I remember we wanted is to get that one person who would say, because of FS Code, my life changed.
Yeah.
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 That's been always the
As long as you
target.
can impact one person.
One
then you can
person,
change the
you're
world.
done. Yeah.
Okay, now that's cool. So let's talk about when you guys actually boomed properly for the first time. We're gonna talk about that picture, or those sets of pictures that you guys took. We're gonna put on the screen with that stack of
Okay.
cash. So who wants to go first?
I can go
yeah.
first. You know what happened then?
Yeah.
What happened is we got the cars, ne?
Okay.
We bought the cars, like, it was during lockdown. Let's start from there, the build-up.
The bomb come from lockdown.
There was already a Mercedes-Benz, the first car. The second car, it was the second one that Tapelo got. And then from there, Andile got the car. And it was just in different weeks. Like this week, Andile's buying a car. The following week,
Jay,
someone else buying a car. The next week, someone's buying a car. Like, it was all planned stunts. Like, let's do it like this.
Yeah.
And then we shook the whole South Africa with that. Okay, fine. The Val. They have traders from the Val. Okay.
Wait,
And-
yeah.
and-
Even remember they were like, why did we buy one car when we can buy 4 polos?
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
There was a time when they were saying, why didn't we buy 4 polos instead of buying that super big car? The first one was very expensive. So they're like, why didn't you guys just like buy 4 polos? Because it's like, you guys are 4. Why do you guys are always inside the same car? Why? Okay, fine. Then we did that stunt like this week. I'm buying during lockdown when like after lockdown was a bit like down here, and then that's where we got to do the things where everyone was not making money with classes because people were making a lot of money from classes. During lockdown, we were sitting down facing the screens, trading forex full time.
Yeah.
And then after that, there were talks around South Africa, whatever. West Bank wants its cash from traders. Like West Bank wants its cash.
Two facts.
Using the F word for your YouTube mentors. Yes, whatever. There were a lot of talks. We just kept quiet. Kept on trading. And then when they were quiet, but understand that, okay, these cars are ours because now we started pimping them, doing like, okay, fine, it belongs, it's not rented. And then when they were like, okay, fine, now we acknowledge the cars belong to, we're like, okay, boys, let's start again.
So that time, remember, we shared information, right? We shared information, we showed people how to do everything, how to go about trading and applying whatever we taught them. So we came up with a way of giving back as well.
Yes.
We were running a $100 giveaway. We were giving back, $100.
$100.
Like we would go live and then ask questions relating to forex, and if you are able to get the question right, and if we can see that you are a profitable
trying,
trader,
we're
just
gonna
you
fund
elect
your
the
account.
funds, we'll fund your account.
Yeah.
So then from there, that's where we took the money before
Okay.
to just show them
This is the money we'll be using
and
to
continue the giveaway.
It was not in a sort of flexing or what, but it was the money that we had saved from our company for our people. Like anyway, we're funding people from everywhere in the world. Like anywhere in the world, we're funding your account with a particular broker that we were using at that time, like funding those accounts. And then we decided, let's just take, like people believe from seeing.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
To be honest with you, ne?
This is the money that we were actually gonna fund you guys. But there was a lot of $100, obviously.
To be quite honest with you, ne? Our main version of living life, we don't believe the way we live, it's fit to be inside South Africa. We always have the version of living like Americans. That's why the work ethic is too much, because those people out there, they work, you know? Yeah, so that's our target. We want to work like Americans. So when that happens, happens, obviously, have you seen Americans taking pictures? You can see, hey, they're holding snacks like that and whatever. So you're just like, you know what?
Why not?
Like, why not? Why not? And then, what did happen?
Then, like, yo, I don't know.
Yo.
Like, I feel like something else trended, not what we were trying to do.
Yeah.
What happened was my picture specifically of me holding the stick.
All over Twitter.
Someone took it from Facebook.
Okay.
So from Facebook, someone took it from my Instagram.
Okay.
So that person from Facebook just wrote, people are flexing.
Yeah.
Now when someone goes to Facebook seeing this, it's like, I can link this with Ismail Shule.
Yeah.
He took it.
Because at the time,
Ismail Shule tweet.
at the time,
Fronting
Ismail
man.
Khashule was being arrested
being
from some whatever fraud that was doing. And then obvious he has sons, but not twins. He doesn't have twins. And then they were like, these are Ismail Khashule's twins.
Yo.
But me, I didn't
picture
like that part.
trended.
Like any publicity, man.
Yeah.
It's good for business. Like as long as you're gonna be known. Because today we are recognized even in the malls. When you go there, like, hey, I remember going to buy some other thing in my local mall. When I got there, the manager literally did this. I'm like,
Like they legit
That's the
even
way
had to take Jaguar's pictures and put Big Zulu there because it's
it also
so funny,
trended
man.
even
That
more.
thing, yeah.
It also trended.
yo.
more.
Yeah.
After that one, but from there,
But that was so I know.
Me, I will
It's a
never do that
no-deal.
again.
I will never do it again. I will never do it
But what I
again.
also liked is that for the first part that Jax mentioned about what came with us working and showing results, like traders trying to hate us, trying to beefing with us, and whatever. Like we just cut that. And but
Negative
ever since from
energy.
there, after
No,
that day,
nothing.
nobody has ever did they know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They know.
Like of us putting a statement or say, guys, we're not flexing.
Yeah.
We don't want to flex.
We don't want to flex.
We
We can if you want to.
live.
We can.
Yeah.
Like, just don't push us.
Yeah.
But we are doing this just for the public. Like, we're giving back. Because literally, we gave away a lot
6
of money.
months.
A lot.
Like 1.2 million that
Yeah,
we
it was
gave away.
1.2 million.
1 million rands. We gave it away on like free funded accounts.
Yeah.
Just funding people's accounts. But we had to stop because a lot of people
A lot of
were
people were
actually
not-
losing.
yeah, we're not winning.
Yeah.
Losing.
You know, it's like taking your money to the dump.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people were losing. They were not doubling those accounts. A few were able to double an account and withdraw, but not much of them. Then we're like,
It was
we have
defeating
to
the main people.
And then let us now invest more on knowledge, of which we give it for free on YouTube
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
We decided now, let's create more content for YouTube and give knowledge. Then we're going to come back at least after 4 years. And it's like, okay, fine, guys. let's give you guys money again. But now we decided, okay, but since you guys, like if you don't have knowledge, obviously you won't use proper risk management. You will always blow your account. You don't know which way to set your targets, your take profit, your stop loss. Obviously gonna blow that account. But then now on YouTube, we are giving you guys free content, teaching you all those things. So go there and learn there. Then from there, we're gonna
To
find
add
out
on what he's saying, so basically the aim is, most people, they like saying Forex is a scam and stuff like that, but then for you to even do that, it's because you don't have knowledge. It's hard for you to invest in something you don't even understand. Hence, people think it's a scam. So we make sure people are educated. Once you're educated, that's when you can invest
knowledge
in
is
something
power.
you understand. Yeah, that's the
knowledge
aim.
is power.
Nah, guys, that's great, guys. I'm
appreciate it,
glad
man.
we've cleared the air on that.
Yeah, nah, man.
Yeah, so anyway, I'm gonna go to Tapela right now. We're gonna talk about a bit more trading talk right now. So when it comes to technical analysis, what should one focus on the most?
Technical analysis. Ne?
Yeah.
So basically, before you want to approach technical analysis, the first thing you need to do is that you need to now find the direction of how you're going to of how you're going to basically approach the market. So what's important in terms of technical analysis is how you're going to find your support and resistances, your low and high of the day, finding a trend you're in to now know, are you looking for more buys or more sells? And then now after basically finishing analyzing, what's important now is that your approach. How are you going to trade? For you to get that, you need to understand that there's 3 things you need to focus on. Number 1, long-term trading. Secondly, mid-term trading, and then primary trading. I'm going to explain all of them. The first one, you need to see the overall market, which is a weekly analysis. And then secondly, you need to go to daily to now see what is the high and low of the day. So meaning if you're at the high of the day, you know you're looking for sells. If you're at the low of the day, you know you're looking for buys. So now after seeing now you're looking for high and low of the day, you need to go into a 4 hour, 1 hour, 30 minutes to now look what can I trade on this day. So now that I'm seeing I'm at the low of the day, now going deeper for entries. It's important. So So now, in entries, what you need to look at now is that you need to focus on proper risk management, which is the last part of technical analysis. So when you get to the last point, you need to see that you're going to risk how much in order for you to know how much are you willing to lose. So yeah, basically that's how you would say it's a proper way to approach technical analysis.
Okay, yeah, that's cool. And I know you're also a fundamental
Fundamentals,
trader,
yes,
but you'll
yes.
find that most of the time, people are like more technical, more fundamental. But like, how do you balance being a technical, being a technical trader and a fundamental trader?
Okay, I would say that you'd first need to understand fundamental analysis. Fundamental analysis, many people think it creates direction, but it only creates volatility. Meaning that it creates big moves in the market, but it doesn't mean that it gives the direction. So, in order for you to understand on how to approach fundamentals, you need to now use technicals. You know that if today I'm at the low of the day, fundamentals on this low of the day are expecting to be a bullish momentum. And then now, when you check fundamentals, you see now the market is basically showing that they're looking blue. Like you're seeing, for example, let's say you are trading in terms of currencies, you are trading USD pairs. You see, okay, now, in terms of USD, I'm seeing who's now the biggest person in USD? Who's
Biden.
Exactly.
Biden.
You look now, Biden in terms of fundamentals, is there any speech today that is going to say, now you say, okay, fundamentals are coming. How can I use fundamentals together with technical analysis to have basically a way forward?
Can I add a point? Actually, using fundamentals and technical, it's called sentimental. Sentimental analysis is when you are able to understand that you might have your technical traits, but because there's news, it might affect your trade. It doesn't mean you're wrong, but because there's news effects, even if you have your technical traits, or you need to understand what's happening on the fundamental side. Hence, we call it sentimental.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
just like he said, news create volatility, not direction.
Yeah.
So what people get wrong at times is the matter of fact that they think just because news are there as a sell, the market will forever sell. Now, sometimes, as Tapelo just said, if maybe we're reaching at the rock bottom of the low of the day, right? News might as well create a spike down, and then most of the traders would think maybe it's a change of a setup. Now we're selling, only to find out it's just like completion of news. Then we continue with the direction.
Okay, now
So that's the simplicity.
yeah. And to you, Andy, what's the nature of trading?
Oh, so when it comes to the nature of trading, that is actually pretty simple, and I like talking about that, because here's one thing I want to put it to people out there. So it's basically that when it comes to the nature of trading, people think that Forex is actually about what you put on the charts and whatever and all of that. But actually, if you can look at it, Forex is psychological. It's psychological, yeah. But what I mean by that is that there's basics that you need to follow for you to have a long-term profitability streak, right? This means that we have in the market we have two directions, right? We buy or we sell, right? And then we have only two moves, which is an impulse and a correction. So that's the nature of the market. The nature of the market, we know we impulse and then we correct. You just need to follow those. So a lot of people try to change that kind of setup to say double candlesticks down, up and what. But if you can look at the market, the nature of it says, okay, if we impulse up and then we have a correction, you look at the correction. Is the correction continuation pattern? Is it a reversal pattern? Or is it like a large version of a correction? That's when we can actually get our entry edges. So that's for me when it comes to the nature of the market. Two things, impulse and correction. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So what's the most important aspect of staying a profitable trader?
I would say it's discipline. When it comes to trading, what's more important is discipline. Because just to make an example about background, I was in the point whereby I would place a trade, and then we put the phone down. 5 minutes, you are back. Yo, I'm losing. Down. Hey, I'm back. That creates a chat zombie. But if you discipline yourself and you follow your trading rules, that's how it works. If I say, Andile, on your trading plan, you said you only enter on a correction. Why am I entering on an impulse? Do you understand? If you follow your rules properly, then you're destined to forever success. Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Okay. Jaguar. Yes. As a scalper trader, how many times a day do you trade?
As a scalper trader, basically let us define what is a scalper trader for those of you who don't know. A scalper is a person who gets into the market, catches volatility and gets out. You actually catch those small movements. You don't hold a trade for the longest time. You just catch those big movements, make your money, go drink, go do whatever you want to do at that particular time and moment. So as a scalper trader, I'm looking for those short movements that's going to give me a lot of money, but during the day, whatever time. But I trade as much as I can, but I also have my hours where I know I only trade on New York session. I know my New York session is at this particular time in South African time. That's where I'm expecting those big movements to take place so that I can enter and then take profit probably around about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I know that's where I'm done for the day. I've already made my the particular amount of money that I want for that particular time. So as a scalper trader, what's important is for you to know your take profit, your stop loss, your entry levels. It goes together with what Andile was saying, having your trading plan, knowing at what time do I enter, what time do I exit, and what time should I stop as well. You know, the problem is what? The problem starts where you do not know now, when should I get out?
Yeah.
And then also when you are losing as well, when should I cut my losses now? You know, that becomes a problem. But when you're a scalper trader, you must be very quick, man. You must be very fast, man.
Yeah.
Catch those small movements, take profit, you are out. But then when you become then a swing trader, that's where you know I'm entering here, I can hold a trade for a week, I can hold a trade for 2 weeks, I can hold a trade for a year even.
Yeah.
So, but as a scalper trader, you are very quick, you get in, you go out.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so obviously there's a lot of people out here who are trading small accounts.
Yes.
And all that. And you guys, that's actually one of the key messages you guys actually
Yeah.
touch
Yes,
on.
yes,
on educating people on how to grow small accounts.
Yeah.
So to Jago again, what is the one thing that people need to focus on when growing a small account?
You know, when you're growing a small account, first thing first that you must have in mind is having a target. You cannot expect with a $100 account, I'm going to make 1 million. Just have reasonable targets. Like,
Yeah.
just know what, okay, fine, this is the minimum amount I've put, because not all of us are well off to say we're going to fund our account with 100,000. But we also help our students, like, you can take a $100 account to 500, and then obviously going to withdraw 500. That's a lot. That's more than even 100% of the amount that you put in. So with a small account, first thing that you must know is your target. How much am I willing to make from the reasonable target? Not just any target, the reasonable ones.
Yeah.
Be a reasonable person. No, I put $100. If I can double it, that's more than enough. That's 100%. Then I know, I'm happy with my $200 that I've made in. So what's important is also to use proper risk management. Do not give your account, like, for example, you're trading $100 account, you are placing a trade of lot size 1. What do you expect? Obviously, it's going to blow. So one thing that is important is proper risk management and also having good targets, knowing, okay, fine, if I enter here on my support, I'm going to go out on my resistance, or even before. I know my take profit 1 is actually even before even the resistance. If I break above the resistance, I know that I'm having my stop loss just below on the previous support. I know now I'm moving to another high. So then that's where it goes. Basically, you don't have to be a chart zombie, but at the same time, you set your targets by putting your stop losses and your take profits in the right positions every time. Okay. Knowing that you're entering here, you're getting out there. And also, you do not like hold for too long, man. You don't hold for too long when you are trading small accounts. You get in, you get out. More like it's good when you're also a scalper trader. It works better when you're a scalper trader than a swing trader. Yes.
Okay, now that's perfect.
Well, what also kills then is like people having unrealistic expectations.
Exactly. That's what I also touched on. Yes.
When you have unrealistic expectations, it's like 100 USD to 1 million. You're like, what are you thinking?
Like,
what's wrong with you? And then and also having a duration on that to say, I want to take $100 to 1,000 in 5 days. That works against you because you are already putting yourself in pressure.
Yes.
That now you'll be forced to take trades even when you don't need to.
Even when you don't even see the setup. It's sometimes perfect not to trade, to sit down.
Yeah.
I'm not trading.
Look at the market.
It's not wrong to see people on Instagram posting that they're in profits and you're not trading.
It's fine.
It's okay because you know your trading plan tells you when do I trade and what particular condition where should I trade.
Basically, to sum up what they say, in order for you to approach trading, don't try to be rich quick. It's not a rich quick scheme. So you have to know that you have to put in the hours, take it day by day.
Okay. To
Trusted
Emmanuel.
process.
Yes, Emmanuel. Let's talk about the psychology of a winning trader because I believe that's very important for a person to see themselves as a winner as well, but also the psychology behind that.
Okay.
What does that mean to you?
Okay, for me, psychology of a winning trader, I would say, is the biggest thing about Forex, basically. If you're going to be trading Forex, you can focus on technical analysis. That's when you are improving your ability to analyze and predict possible next moves. But if you don't have the psychology of a winning trader, you're not going to go anywhere. Remember, there was even a point where we were able to take 10 winning trades consecutively.
Yeah.
If we had the proper psychology, maybe even with those amounts, we would have been too far. You understand? So where the psychology part comes in, it will be like, first week, it's me and him were trading, right? I have the psychology of a winning trader. He doesn't, but he has the skills of technical. Maybe we both do, sharp. So the first week he's going in, he's trading, 100%, he kills it. First week I make 15%. Second week he makes another 100%, he's killing. Me I make another 15, fourth week. So he's going to the fifth week, not knowing that this fifth week, it's his unlucky week. He takes everything again, all gone.
Yeah.
So me, the fifth week, same as him, I'm having the difficult week. I'm having a bad week, I'm posting you guys, this is how much I lost. But if we check, because I've applied proper risk management, I've been compounding 15, I've only lost 15. Overall, I'm winning.
Yeah.
So psychology is being able to understand, even though you're a trader, you need to learn how to apply discipline, like they've been saying.
Yeah.
You need to know what to look for and the most important, risk management every time.
Yeah.
Do you know why we basically keep on saying risk management?
Yeah.
Because
You learn.
look at trading like boxing. If let's say we're in a match and I'm fighting someone and I'm able to land clean 10 punches and only you one, I'm down. That's not a fair match.
Yes.
That is not a fair match.
Yeah.
So in order for you to win, you need to learn how to handle punches.
Yeah.
That's how you win.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
Should I add?
Yeah, you can go.
All right. So for me, for actually us, when it comes to psychology now, we believe that, for an example, the person who created trading, now let's just make an example. When you see red, what does the red in reality mean? It means danger, right? And then what does blue mean in reality? It means peace, happiness, and tranquility, right? So what happens in the market when you in red, meaning you are in losses, you panic, right? And then the minute you panic, it creates all these emotions and all these psychological thoughts you might have. Yo, what if I blow? Yo, what if my account? Hey, I'm gonna blow, and everything like that. But the minute you see blue, you feel cocky and be like, I'm the king of the markets.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So psychology automatically, it starts from the charts before it gets to you. The minute it gets to you in a sense of, okay, Sharp, I'm putting my focus on this thing. As I'm trading right now, what are the psychological parts that are needed? What will happen if I'm losing? Am I going to be able to accept? Because remember, there's a difference between understanding that you're going to lose and accepting that you're going to lose. Right?
So can I add on that as well to finish off the psychology? So the psychology will go more into when you're in a winning streak, don't let your wins go to your head because that can easily happen. When you're winning a lot, you become overconfident. Now, you even increase lot sizing. You disrespect everything you know because you're calling yourself a god. So when you win, don't let your wins go to your head. And when you lose, don't let your losses go to the heart. Because the time you're losing, that's when you even want to quit Forex. This thing.
Forex is game. It comes from there.
It goes there. That's all, yeah. So just discipline yourself. If you're losing, just understand it's a stage. It's going to pass.
Yeah.
You can't win all the time.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about price action because I know a lot of people tend to focus on price action.
Yeah.
And it works for some people, doesn't work for some people, but for you trade price action,
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
So how did you eventually get to the place of like trusting your own price action analysis?
Okay, for me, I would say price action obviously it involves you understanding how to apply technical analysis and be able to predict markets. So for me, I would say the most important thing about understanding price action is that if you're analyzing the market, you can't just be analyzing for the purpose of just analyzing. You are analyzing by the purpose is to find setups, right? When you analyze, you only trade setups, meaning even though I've analyzed, if there's no setup, then there's no trades. So for me, price action comes in a way whereby I know my price action, they give me my setups, so I only trade setups. If we have no setups, we have no trades.
Yeah, true. Okay, yeah, that's good.
And
So-
then basically to say how do we trust price action is because we learn it from YouTube first. And then we learn from best YouTube mentors like Adam Koo, you
Yeah.
know, people
Yeah.
big like that who taught us on how to basically approach practicing price action. Yeah.
So people confuse the matter fact of price action to like technical analysis.
Okay.
There's a difference between price action and technically analyzing. So price action is definitely the movement of the market, how the market keeps on moving. Hence I said there's two things, impulse and correction. The price action says what? We are buying, right? We continue to go up. And then now every time it's more like a car. Yeah? If a car is on a speed, there'll always be stop signs. That's how the market moves. It can impulse, but at the same time, there's where it needs to breathe to be like, I'm overbought now, or I'm oversold. That's when opportunities come in. Hence, when you reach a stop sign, you park left, right, back, and forward. Then that's when you can pass. That's the same way the market works out. Yeah, that's definitely price action.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's great. So I just wanted to ask you guys, obviously in this industry, there's partner programs that a lot of brokers tend to offer all those things. So how have your experiences been with like your past partner programs that you guys have been involved in?
Yo,
Hey.
Okay, we used to not have a lot of knowledge in terms of we were focused a lot
In
on just trading. Yeah, that's when people started approaching us, Brass, you can, broaden up your business, you can start to, improve your income streams. So when we went to people for broadcasts and maybe how to promote and stuff like that, we told them that we don't know anything, and from there, that's where I feel
They
like
cheated us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because we said that we don't know anything. So whatever they offered, we took it.
Yeah.
So we got scammed
yeah.
many times. There would be some professional traders who would come and tell us, that's your deal, dog. You're making
You're
so
weak."
yeah. And that's how we
And then
saw.
like they check our numbers,
Yeah.
and then like number one,
Yo.
YouTube you are this big.
Yeah.
Two, Instagram you this big, Facebook you this big, and then this is what you agree on.
And the other thing, we are 4 big traders.
Yeah.
Besides FX, we are 4 big traders.
Yeah.
And from that, you can find that a single trader from somewhere else is getting a better deal than 4 best traders. Like, it doesn't make sense.
Yo.
And then that guy would come to like, yo, guys, this can be...
There was
How about we learned, yo?
Like, but from there, we got a lot of education. I feel like
Trial and
you
error.
cannot buy experience anyway.
Yeah.
No matter how much money you have,
can't cheat
you can
experience.
never buy experience. But you must experience that particular thing for you to have experience of it.
Yeah.
So now we are the pros. You can't do anything. Now we know about the PNAs. We know everything.
Because also being a trader, it looks like being an artist.
Okay.
You do endorsements.
same
You I'm an artist. The main thing I'm doing is singing. But if Nike wants to do something for me, you go there.
Endorsement
Nike, I only know how to sing. I don't know anything. They're gonna give you a T-shirt that's lousy, and you're gonna accept it. But the minute you understand, you've been maybe into 2 or 3 endorsements. That's when you see, so this is what I can actually request for. That's how we grew in experience of partnerships and all of that.
Okay,
Yeah.
no, that's great. So coming to my favorite part of the show, we're going to talk about your losses and your wins. Each one of you are going to tell me your biggest loss, and then the lesson that you learned from this. So I don't know who wants to start. Who wants to go
Yeah,
first?
Okay, I can
You
start.
can go in a row.
Sure. For me, the biggest loss was the 15K. It was the biggest because it was 100% of what we had.
Yeah.
The loss even led us into negatives. So the lesson for the biggest loss taught me that no matter how much you skill, no matter how confident you are, you're not better than the market. Always respect your rules, discipline all the way.
Yeah.
with me it was I think it was 20 blocks, ne?
Okay.
So I funded like 5,000 and I took it to 20 blocks. So as I did that, I told him Ims was like, dog, after you trade, you made money, withdraw. I was like, no, I'm going big, And then obviously this cockiness that comes into you when you now have been winning, and then it got to me, and then have you ever noticed, like, you just placed a trade while you're still watching the phone, you just see a minus? That's what happened. Like, trades, and you're watching it, and I'm like, I'm not gonna tell him. And then, so as we are in the same environment, he was like, Andy, you're not okay. What's going on? This one blew in. So yeah, that was like my worst loss ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the lesson that you learned from that?
Well, from that, what I learned was, when it comes to winning, there's being greedy in winning, there's being greedy in losing. Holding on losses for a long time when you don't even know when to close is wrong. And when you're making a lot of money and then you still don't want to pay yourself is also wrong. When you feel like you're comfortable enough to withdraw it, do it. The minute it clicks in your head to say withdraw, do it.
Yeah.
Because the minute you be like, nah, I want to grow more, that's the worst decision you ever want to take.
Yeah.
You would rather withdraw what you have profited and leave the initial deposit that you had right there.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the biggest lesson I've learned. I've learned not to be greedy in losses and not to be greedy in wins.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yo,
Jaguar.
I feel like it's the same amount. It was also 20,000. With me, everything was going well.
Yeah.
Everything was going well. The account was about to be doubled. The other thing, when you put like 1,000 rand, in most of the cases, I have that mentality that I want to see it on 2,000 rand. So I wanted to see my 20,000 on like 40,000. It was already on 32, but I couldn't close because I wanted to double the account, then I would close everything. And then it was like, I didn't know that the same day we were news as well. That we're gonna just go against my everything that I did. So I was holding profits. I put my phone away. I went out. I was happy, they excited that when I come back, probably gonna be like 54,000 something. When I came back,
Zero.
the account was on 0. They even took the credit out. They even took the credit out, like minus credit. And then the lesson that I've learned is that greed applies in both ways.
Yeah.
When you are in wins and when you are in losses.
Yeah.
Let me explain how. When you are in wins, you like, I'm now a king. I'm gonna hold one more man.
Yeah.
When you're in losses, like, it's gonna come back. It's gonna come back. Let me keep on putting the trades. It's gonna come back, and it keeps on going down. Like, okay, fine. Let me buy, man. Now, okay, this is a small resistance. Only to find out, like, the market doesn't know about support and resistance. Truly speaking, market makers, they don't know that thing. It's us. We came with that. Like, they don't know that this is my support. Who said
They
that?
don't.
Because those are the lines you are drawing yourself. Not that they are in the market. That was a problem. Greed, it affects a trader in two ways. So it's a most dangerous thing that you can have in terms of the whole trading experience as a beginner as well. But I was already a professional trader, but I was like, let me hold on this. So, but that's a problem. Greed applies in two ways. That's a lesson that I've learned. Okay, fine. No, now I must control my greed. If I'm winning, I must not say, let me wait till TP. The market doesn't know TP. Where is TP in the market? They don't know. Market maker, they don't know that there's something called TP. It's your target that you created yourself. In understanding that, that's where you forever grow.
Like, to finish off before I get to my point, it's like when we have those things, it's for us to understand that what did the history tell us, and then what can we learn from the history to understand what we expect into the future. So So now, to me, it's not specifically an amount, but in terms of trades. Was for the first time last year, I've been on a losing streak for 3 weeks in a row. Yo, imagine. So now each week coming, I'm like, guys, do I even want to trade? So man, your winnings, losses sometimes they can make you feel like you lost everything.
Yeah.
You need to go back to the chart, but just know, man, you just stick at it. Just learn how to use proper risk management, so that you survive losses.
It wasn't even funny about that. Like, it was, when someone is having a bad day, they also have an impact to affecting yours. So he would be like, I don't want to trade. Give me signals, man. And then we give him. For the matter of fact that we're giving him, the signals are gonna lose because he's already on a bad
losing 3 weeks in a row. Like, I lost my confidence. And you're a professional trader. But it wasn't every day, but just like each week was more losses than more wins. That's what I mean.
Now let's talk about on the opposite side of that, your favorite trades.
Okay,
your favorite trades, Emmanuel. Let's go.
Okay, for me, my favorite trade was, I usually trade I usually trade currencies, but I went to indices to just show what I'm thinking. So I saw, man, as long as you're a trader, the technical skills that you learned, you can apply them on any trading instrument, as long as you can be able to understand how it operates. So that was more like the first big time for me looking at NASDAQ, which was an index that TP trades a lot. So on NASDAQ, I was able to check everything from the past to be able to understand what is the possible next direction, and I think I caught a move for like 6 months. Even these guys are here, the results are there. So for me, that was big.
You posted about it on YouTube.
And how much you make from the trade?
It was a lot.
It was a lot, it was a lot.
Okay, and you, Andy?
So I'm also like him. Like, in FX Gold, we are the ones who deal with like currencies and all, and then they deal with NASDAQ. So I only stepped into NASDAQ because they put me in. So it's like, you need to do this, you know. For me, my biggest win is not a matter of fact. It's not in a sense of money. It's in a sense of when I saw good, so I actually have a skill. It was when I took an account from 0.0 cents dollars to actually 3,000 USD in a space of 5 days. That was when I was like, oof, did I just do that? You know? So that was my biggest win. It's like, so I actually have the skill. It comes in as a confirmation. It's there even on the YouTube, on YouTube, you know? For me, it was a lesson that sometimes I feel like we underestimate the power we have with the way how we align like our thoughts and all of that. Maybe you see a trade and you're like, I delay, but what if it loses? You know, trust me, even as professional traders, we reach that point whereby we're like, I don't see anything to trade. Well, else it's not that you don't see anything. You can, but you just don't want to. Do you understand? So for me, that was my biggest win. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And you.
Joe, me, my biggest win, it's even on my Facebook there. Like when you go to my Facebook, it's the first thing you see there. That was the first time I made 100,000 from a market. Like, I was selling during Corona when it just started hitting, coming in.
Yeah.
When Nasdaq was selling like a.
When
I was selling a lot, I caught that movement. I made 100,000 from it.
I just heard voice note.
I was making noise.
It was crazy.
I got 100, like there is like 5,000 are moving, like 6,000, 10,000 are moving. Like it's a lot. It's hectic. And then I withdrew. We drank it all. Like the it got in. We went. We were partying. We were very happy. That was my first time making actually 100,000 from a single trade that I placed at the time. So that was like my biggest. Like that was when I was like, I have no point to prove. If this phone thing, this app can make me 100, that means I can
what?
Like I have nothing else to do. Like I can never work for someone else. Like this app can make me 100. That was like confirmation that your parents are sharp. Yeah. A degree, runa, sharp.
For me, me and Martino were currency traders, and then when he included Jago in the team, he said now we should focus more to Nasdaq and focus more into currencies. So now, being Nasdaq traders together, the opportunity that he got, I was there, but I didn't make a lot of money. He did. So me, I made a lot of trades, a lot of money with my trades this year.
Okay.
This year, January, that's when Nasdaq was very strong. And then here's the funny part. Here's the funny part of our wins. When the Nasdaq buy, I had a lot of trades. We even have it everywhere, like Instagram, Facebook. I had like trades from the bottom of when the buy started up until when it ends, like a barcode. We even call it a barcode. Because we saw it's buying, guys. It's a buy momentum. It's been selling for a long. That's after he sell. We knew now we've reached the down of the bottom part of the sell. That's when they kill all the buys. And then what happened was after we made so much profits from that, 2 of our cars broke. Like month after month, but we fixed it. I was happy. But that was the biggest trade that I did.
And I feel like also the people don't know the Nasdaq thing. What is it that we're talking about Nasdaq? Like, I don't know. Should we explain Nasdaq?
I think the people watching the show, they can go and do more research.
Okay, do research about what Nasdaq is.
So anyway, we've come to the end of the interview right now, guys. Thank you so much for coming. But before you guys leave, please leave the people watching with a piece of advice and make it, if you guys can make it quick. We'll go in a line.
Okay, piece of advice and can make it quick. Okay, sharp. For me, the biggest thing that you need to understand when you want to trade Forex is that you need to understand how to take losses, right? Sometimes when I come to how to take losses, you have to understand when is a losing trade and when is a retracement. A retracement is a loss that you can hold, looking at your setup, seeing that, the market might be tracing towards this level. But once your market breaks out of your setup, you're going for a different direction. You can't hold. That's when you have to do. So when it comes to losses, know when to cut and when to hold.
So with me, it's actually simple because what I would say is approach trading as a business. You understand that at times business does make losses, at times it makes wins, but overall we win. So that's the same approach that I want people to actually have discipline on. Actually, treat it like a business. Never have a target or limit yourself to something. Yes, you might say, if I can make $20 a day, I'll be enough. But never be like, if it's not $20, I'm not enough. Sometimes receive what the market gives you, because sometimes the market takes away from you, sometimes it gives you back. But the gives needs to be more than the takeaways. So that's it.
For me, I'd say also take Forex as a career, not as a hobby. If you are starting to do it, take it as a career and not as a hobby, because when you're taking it as a hobby, something that you do sometimes, not all the time. How are you going to be as good as Messi, as good as Ronaldo, if you do not practice every day your skills? I feel like every day you must do it in order for you to be a professional Forex trader every day. Do not take it as a scheme where you just get rich today, Like that's not lotto, it's not gambling, it's forex. Give forex. It's
Sima
not
dice.
something like Sima dice.
Sima dice.
So it's something that you should do like actually every day, practice your skill every day. Your next 6 months won't be the same. Trust me. The next 6 months won't be the same. If you can like focus on it and just only on it, trust me, it's impossible that you'll never make it.
My tip is this, man. To all the believers and all those people who want to basically break outside the poverty cycle, just in order for you to get there, work never stops.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Best, but yeah. And don't forget to trade using XNES.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, other thing.
It's important to use
The
good
other
broker.
thing. The other thing. The
Yeah.
one more last thing. Yo, fake accounts of us on Instagram, on Facebook,
Oh,
scammers.
on Telegram. Please, before we don't do investments. We don't trade for people. We only teach forex and we also sell signals. That's the only thing we do. So whenever you're gonna get a person who says put your 600 rands, it's gonna be 10,000 rands, that's
Aye.
a lie.
Yeah.
We do not do that. Whoever who says send your money to ShopRite, we do not do that. Imagine
Yeah.
us like standing on ShopRite queues. Like other things just make
Bro,
sense.
you know, even the worst part is that these investment
Yes.
people, they will be like, send money to Capitec, what Mkwanas. Who's
Mkwanas.
Mkwanas here?
Who's Mkwanas here? Everything just makes sense.
Yeah.
Just do proper. I don't care which forex trader you're sending money to, but just make
Proper
sure
research.
that you're sending it to a right person.
Proper
do not
research.
send money to wrong people. The only service that we give is actually teaching people how to trade. We're not gonna say how much is it, but that particular price, that's the only thing that we do. So the whole investment, 1,000 to 20,000,
You need a license
we don't
for that.
do that.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Don't do
That's
that.
true. We do
Yeah.
need a license.
One last point. Guys, one last point. If you want to mimic people's signals, use the broker they use.
Yes.
For us, if you want to use our signals, come to
Naila.
XNES. So you have the same results that
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
get.
that we get.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But guys, nonetheless,
Alright,
let's
let's
go
go
to your
to
mentors.
mentors.
Signing out.
Yeah, anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys.
Yeah.
A big thank you to XNES for making Market Masters possible and sponsoring the show. And yeah, thank you so much, guys, for coming through, guys.
I
Really
appreciate
like
it,
man. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Great
we're out.
opportunity.
Yeah.